This is a sports catastrophe production. Hey there, Heather, ho there. It's Jeff Cutter Diamond welcoming you to another Sports Catastrophe Birthday Boy. And the birthday boy for today, July the 20th, that has been the only video for July 20th, is a basketball superstar who played 18 years in the NBA, was inducted to the Hall of Fame in 2018, and one of the best three-point shooters of all time. He was actually the three-pointers leader in the NBA until Steph Curry stole it from him. He played at the University of Connecticut for 3 seasons, then was picked in the 96 draft. Then he would play for Milwaukee, Seattle, and Boston, and Miami. He won the Olympic gold medal as part of the 2000 men's basketball team in Australia. He scored the most three-pointers in the postseason, something Curry doesn't have yet. And Ray Allen actually acted in some films, such as He Got Game in 1998. He is 47 years old, and he is Ray Allen. Ray Allen was born on an Air Force base in California. And he was a military child. He grew up in England, Oklahoma, California, and in Germany. But he had an obsession with hard work, and he excelled. He looked pretty good. Many colleges wanted him, but he went to the University of Connecticut. UConn was a decent team. And while there, Ray Allen was a star. He was actually the Big East Player of the Year in 1996. He finished career third on the points list and hit 115 three-pointers. Ray Allen's number 34 was retired by UConn. Whereas Rebecca Lobo also got her number retired, but yeah, this was huge. In the famous 1996 NBA draft that had all the superstars, like if you can only imagine if you can only imagine the 96 NBA draft, it was talented. You had 3 players winning MVP, Kobe, AI, and Steve Nash. 7 drafted players that were all-stars. Alongside Allen, it was Sharif Abdul-Rahim, Augustus, Marbury, Jermaine O'Neal, Paige Stojakovic, and Antoine Walker. So he was picked 5th overall. But it was a move for Minnesota to trade Allen to Milwaukee for the rights to the 4th pick, Stephen Marbury. So Allen went from Minnesota to Milwaukee. He signed a 3-year deal with the Bucks, and he looked pretty good. He faced fellow rookie phenom Allen Iverson and his Sixers. Anyway, Ray Allen looked pretty good. He even took part in the slam dunk contest in '97, taking 4th. He was named to the All-Rookie second team. He would be a superstar. A 40-point double-double with 10 rebounds. So anyway, Allen signed a 6-year, $70 million extension with the Bucks in '99 following the lockout. So he was basically Milwaukee royalty. Allen did his job, and somehow, in some way, the Milwaukee Bucks went to the 2001 conference finals to take on Philadelphia. Ray Allen looked good in Game 6. However, the Sixers would win Game 7 and go to the NBA Finals. So the Bucks were so close. And then Ray Allen was still with Milwaukee before they traded him to Seattle, alongside Ronald Murray and Kevin Ollie, and a first-round pick just to get Gary Payton the glove and Desmond Mason. That was huge. How Seattle lost 2 decent players like Payton and Mason for Ray Allen. However, he helped Seattle get to the conference semis in 2005. He signed a 5-year extension in 2005. He would be huge for Seattle and all that. He was a star for the Sonics. He played for Seattle when He broke the record for three-pointers made. It was Dennis Scott's record, but now it was Ray Allen's before Stephen Curry broke it. Allen scored 54 points in 2007, the second most in Sonics history. Unfortunately, he had to have ankle surgery and missed the remainder of the 2007 season. Seattle, with their franchise in limbo from staying in Seattle, decided to trade Ray Allen and Glenn Davis. Yes, Glenn Big Baby Davis from LSU. To the Celtics for Delonte West, Wally Szczerbiak, and the fifth pick, Jeff Green. After Ray Allen came along, the Celtics decided to acquire Kevin Garnett from Minnesota. It was weird. Boston had their big three of Ray Allen, Kevin Garnett, and Paul Pierce. Ray Allen wore number 20 now because his 34 was taken by Paul Pierce. So he knew what to do. Ray Allen was a star in the All-Star game. In a 2.5 minute stretch, he scored 14 points to help the East win, and they gave the All-Star game MVP to LeBron instead of Ray Allen. Ray Allen was named the third greatest Milwaukee Buck player when the Bucks had their 40th anniversary celebration. But because the Celtics were playing, he couldn't attend the festivities. Boston won 66 games that year, and the number one seed. 66, that's amazing. The Celtics struggled for the first two runs of the playoffs. They actually lost every single away game while being undefeated at home, meaning that they beat the number 8 seed Atlanta Hawks and the number 4 seed Cleveland Cavaliers in 7 games. That doesn't seem like a 66-win franchise when you struggle. However, they took a road win against the Pistons and advanced to the 2008 NBA Finals. Ray Allen actually played 48 minutes in one of the greatest comebacks of all time in the finals. Celtics were down by 24 points at one point to win the game. In game, I believe, 4. Anyway, in game 6, when the Celtics won their 17th title, Allen hit 7 3-pointers, tying the NBA Finals record, and the Celtics crushed the Lakers 131-92. Ray Allen was an All-Star replacement again in 2009. And then he actually broke the Celtics franchise record for consecutive free throws, set by Larry Legend, as in Larry Bird. Ray Allen put up some key numbers and all that. He had some good times in the 2010 playoffs, but the Celtics shockingly lost to the Orlando Magic. Ray Allen got 8 3-pointers in Game 2 of the 2010 NBA Finals to tie the series 1-1. So it was amazing and all that. The Celtics, unfortunately, would botch the title. They were up 3-2, but with the 2 games in LA, they lost on the Lakers' court. So they screwed it up. So anyway, Ray Allen was a key person and all that. Unfortunately, he had to have ankle surgery after the 2012 conference finals. Ray thought he could stay with Boston. He was seeking a 3-year, $24 million contract. The Celtics were giving him a 2-year, $12 million. So they were giving him $6 million a year for 2 years, whereas he wanted $8 million for 3 years. $8 million per year. He didn't think that he would fit well on the bench, and decided to sign with Miami for 2 years, $6 million. And then he had to give only like $3 million a year. Anyway, he looked pretty good and all that for Miami, especially in the 2013 NBA Finals. Well, he got to wear his 34 again. Ray Allen famously hit a 3-pointer with 5 seconds left in Game 6 to tie the game against the Spurs and prevent the Spurs from winning the title on Miami court. the Heat would win in overtime and force Game 7. And in Game 7, when the Heat won 95-88, he played 20 minutes off the bench. He didn't hit any shots, but he got 4 defensive rebounds and 4 assists. Allen picked up his option to stay with the Heat for the 2014 season. He played in 73 games. He helped the Heat get to the NBA Finals, but they got crushed by San Antonio in 5 thanks to Kawhi Leonard. Allen decided to sit out and focus on 2016. Rumors were Boston and Milwaukee were trying to get him to come back, but he decided to retire in November 2016. And he's named one of the top 75 players in NBA history. Allen actually co-starred alongside Denzel Washington in the Spike Lee film He Got Game as a high school basketball phenomenon. And he could act well. He was Jesus Shuttlesworth, and that's what his name was. So he did all that. Ray Allen married his girlfriend in 2008, and they had 4 children together, and they're still together. Allen says he has some kind of OCD because to which his consummate shooting style. He'll do it until he gets it right. So anyway, Allen's now a director at prep school. Well, anyway, for Milwaukee, Seattle, Boston, and Miami, he played 1,300 regular season games, averaged 18.9 points per game, 3.4 assists, 4.1 rebounds. In the playoffs, he had several runs. He had like a lot of key runs, getting to 4 NBA Finals. Unfortunately, only getting 2 rings, but still, 171 playoff games, 16.1 points per game in those ones. So yeah, he's a 2-time NBA champion, 3-time gold medalist for the U.S. Part of the 95 Summer University squad, the 2000 Olympics, and the 2003 FIBA Americas. Anyhow, 10-time All-Star, and he was good. He still holds some records, many records for the Spurs, the Sonics / Thunder, the Bucks, and Celtics. Anyhow, he still has the most 3-point attempts in a career. Steph Curry doesn't have that yet. He has 18 3-pointers attempted in a game. That's still the NBA record. Well, it was triple overtime between Boston and Chicago in 2009. But it's tied with Steph Curry, Damian Lillard, Klay Thompson, and Russell Westbrook. He still has the most 3-pointers made in a half, 7, with the Celtics versus the Lakers, and 5 in the second quarter. So yeah, he holds many Milwaukee Bucks records. Records that 91 has broken, so that's weird. Anyway, I'm Jeff Diamond. I do.